Thank you very much, Mr. Efford, and can I add my thanks to everyone who... Mr. Betts, I beg your pardon, Mr. Betts. It's the unexpected joy of seeing you in the chair. But can I add my thanks to everyone who's enabled us to be here this afternoon. But the fact is, Mr. Betts, that this is a bungled way to do parliamentary legislation, following a bungled set of negotiations, and we are likely to end up with a bungled nationalisation. The Labour government have landed themselves in a steel crisis entirely of their own making. They have made poor decisions and they've let the unions dictate their actions. The fact is, the union-led Labour government have bungled the whole negotiation, insisting on a Scunthorpe-only deal that is not viable. And frankly, the government should have seen this coming. In fact, instead of addressing it 16 days ago, when British Steel announced their plans to close the site and Parliament was sitting, their incompetence has led to this last-minute emergency recall of Parliament. It has been colleagues like my honourable friend, the member for Brigg and Immingham, the Teesside Mayor Ben Houchen, and Councillor Rob Waltham of North Lincolnshire Council, who've been warning about the issues at British Steel. But no, Labour ministers thought they knew better. And now the British public can see the government scrambling for a solution to a problem they created and could have resolved months ago. I give way to my honourable
friend. To my honourable friend for giving way. The government gives itself powers in this bill to compensate steel undertakings, and yet the minister has told us nothing about the scale of that, the estimate of that. So while the Secretary of State tells the House that he has no trust and abiding faith in this company, he's also giving himself powers to give whatever sums he deems appropriate to this company. And do we not need more answers before we pass this today?
I wholeheartedly endorse what my right honourable friend has said, because the fact is, and all the new members opposite should be made aware of this, that in the explanatory notes to this bill, which have only just been circulated to colleagues, it makes it very clear, and I'm hearing cries of shame from behind me, the financial implications of this bill. The bill ensures that there is no impact assessment on the finances of this country, and nothing has been prepared for this House while making this decision today. What we do know, Mr. Betts, is that this is a sticking plaster for a steel industry that has a government that in opposition had years to come up with a plan and has led to dither and delay. Ultimately, nothing will change for UK Steel until the government understands the damage unrealistic and impossible net zero by 2050 targets have on British business and industry. Now, we've heard a range of really excellent contributions from my colleagues on this side of the House. From the Father of the House, we heard an excellent exposition of the importance of this industry to his constituents in Lincolnshire and the impact of energy costs on the industry. From the great champion of this industry, my honourable friend, the member for Brigg and Immingham, who has regularly been bringing this issue to the forefront of members' consideration. From my right honourable friend, the member for Goole and Pocklington, from the right honourable member for Chingford and Wood Green, who raised these incredibly important issues about tariffs and China, and then my right honourable friend, the member for Kenilworth and Southam, who raised some very important legal questions. And if I may, Mr. Betts, in the time available to me, raise a few further detailed questions for the Minister to reply when she gets to the dispatch box. The Secretary of State has said that he does not want these powers indefinitely. So why will the benches opposite not back our amendment to implement a sunset clause on this bill. We've also heard from a range of voices in this debate about some of the territorial extent confusion in this legislation. If I look at the legislation itself, I can see that it makes it very clear in terms of territorial extent that it applies to England and Wales only. And yet, under the first clause, it says says the word England very clearly. And the other thing that I would like the Minister to make clear at the dispatch box is if a new provider were to come into the UK and decide in either England or Wales to set up a new steel-making enterprise, would that new enterprise be covered by the provisions in the legislation today? Can the Minister also tell the House what the Attorney General has advised on compliance with international law, including Article 1, Protocol 1 of the ECHR, the World Trade Organization's subsidies agreement and the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, particularly with reference to state aid. Now, the Minister this morning was unable to tell the House how much this intervention will cost. The fact is, Mr. Betts, that we're being asked this afternoon to sign off on a bottomless pit of money. How often will this House be given an update on how much taxpayer money is being sent into this bottomless pit? Because families across this country are already being hit in the pocket every day. Can the Minister from the dispatch box give the House a ballpark? Are we talking about 100 million a year? Are we talking about $1 billion? Are we talking about more than $1 billion? It is a fact, Mr. Speaker, that the government itself has made the situation worse for the steel industry with their determination to put in higher energy prices in this country, higher tax, higher business rates, and where is the steel strategy that they have had 9 months to develop? Because, Mr. Speaker, what we can say with certainty about today's legislation, this is no way to govern the country. And what we can see is that whenever Labour negotiates, Britain loses. We can see for ourselves that this is a government that is being controlled by events, and it is not in control of events. And yet, according to the Secretary of State, it's everyone else's problem and nothing to do with them. And, Mr. Speaker, this government has treated Parliament with disdain. We've had 9 months of dither and delay for these workers at Scunthorpe. When Labour negotiates, Britain loses. And I look forward to hearing the answers to all those questions from the Minister.